Blog Talk Radio.
And good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. It is Psychic Talk. That's right. Welcome to the Psychic Cafe. Come on in, grab your cup of coffee and tea, sit down, grab a chair, hang out with us. Here we are, another episode, Thursday, February 29th, 2024. I got my Darth Vader shirt on today. Where's Charlotte? She's not in the chat yet. She loves when I wear the Star Wars shirts. I have a bunch of them. Big Star Wars fan. I think yesterday I had on Trust Me, I'm a Jedi. Oh, Deviani's in there. Hi, Deviani. Deviani's back, and Dan is in there, one of our moderators. That's Michelle's husband. Michelle is the host of Michelle's Mystic Corner, which will be coming up on the 9th. The 9th of March. Can you believe it's March already? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. So we are live video streaming on YouTube and simulcasting on radio. That's right. So if you're listening to us on radio right now, you can come over and join us on the YouTube Live. Just open a new tab in your browser and type in psychic.cafe/live. Psychic.cafe/live. And if you're in the YouTube Live, you can call into the radio switchboard 714-816-4628. So write down the phone number, write down the psychic.cafe/live link, because every day when you come to the show or want to come to the show, you can just type in that link and it's going to take you right here and you can dial in. It's the same number and the same link every day. Yeah. So the actual link to the YouTube Live, it's got all those numbers and letters and stuff. And so I swap it out after each show and put it on the link. So right after the show, when you go to the live, or like tomorrow, the live link, it's going to take you right to the next live. Yeah, that's something we just started, and I I kept forgetting to do it. So I'm trying really hard to remember to do it. Yes. So we will get to the phone line shortly. We already have people calling in. Dial in at 714-816-4628. Remember to press 1 as soon as you get through. What that does is it moves you up from the bottom of the list into the caller queue, and it raises your hand next to your telephone number. So I know you want to be live on air with me. Otherwise, we just assume you're listening to the show, and that's perfectly fine as well. If you just want to dial in because maybe you don't have access to Wi-Fi right now or something, you want to listen to the show off of your phone with your earbuds or what have you, just dial in 714-816-4628 and don't do anything else. Don't press 1, and you can just listen to the show. But if you want to be live on air with me, press 1 on the dial pad. And for those, there's some people coming in on the switchboard. For those joining us again, you can actually see what's going on and see the cards I'm drawing and see me over here on the YouTube Live. And once again, that link is psychic.cafe/live. It's that simple. So you open a new tab in your browser. You don't even need the www unless you want to do it. www.psychic.cafe/live. Come join us in the chat, which is going to hopefully be filling up shortly here. And Dan's got something already. Can you pull cards for? Okay, hold on. I can't read it, so I got to expand the thing here. July 15th, 2025. A move east. Okay, so that's a specific date. Let's take a look at that. So we'll look at that. What else did I want to say? Well, right off the bat, I want to let people know the secret way to get to the top of the caller list. And let me see. I got a whole bunch of panels I got to turn off here so I can get to the psychic.cafe/coffee slide. There you go. Yep. That's our coffee page. If you just type in your browser, open a new tab, type in psychic.cafe/coffee. You can buy me a cup of coffee. That's right. There's buttons on there. It's our tip jar. There's buttons in there, send in $10, send in 15, $20. If you like the shows and you want to support us, help us, stay on air, as it were, keep the lights on, go over and grab me a cup of coffee. But also, if you have a question in chat and, maybe your question is like, I don't know, 10, 15 down in the list, or maybe you're called in on the switchboard for the radio side of things, and you're like, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 callers down. To make sure I get to you, in fact, I'll get to you right away. There will be no waiting. I'll take your call first or your question in chat first when you buy a cup of coffee. That's right. That's the secret way. We will take your call first or your question in chat on the YouTube Live first. All you got to do is go over to the YouTube Live and let us know that you've bought a cup of coffee. I'll try to monitor any payments coming in, but you have to let me know your area code and your name. Hey, this is Jim, area code 619. I just bought you a cup of coffee. So just type that into the chat on the YouTube Live over there at psychic.cafe/live. And you can do that live during a show, and we'll bring you right on. No waiting. And the same thing goes for those of you with questions in chat. Just say, hey, just bought you a cup of coffee. Here's my question. And as long as we're on that topic, real quick, I'm going to say just type in your question. Type in, if you want something general, type in, hey, Dax, can you please pull a card for me? If you'll have something really specific, type in the whole question, 1 or 2 lines. Try to keep it, down to 1 or 2 lines and, real concise there. And you don't have to ask, like Devani just said, can I get a general reading? Oh, well, you said it the right way, Devani. I'm sorry. I apologize. But a lot of times people type in, can I get a reading? That's what I thought she was saying. It's like, you don't have to type that in. There's no list to get on. You just go, hey, please pull a card for me. Or can I get a general reading like Devani just did? Or here's my specific question, and just type it out 1 or 2 lines there, as concise as you can make it. But if you want to get on live on the telephone lines or get your question taken first in the chat, go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and grab me a cup of coffee. It's that simple. All righty. So we're going to go to phone lines in just a second. And then I got a couple of questions in the chat already. But before we do that, it is the 29th. So that reduces to the 2 energy, which is relationships, which we had from the date yesterday. However, before it reduces to 2, 2 plus 9 is 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, but we get 11, which is the master illuminator. So the 11th of the month, 29th of the month are the master illuminator master number days, and these are great days to be following your passions and learning about it. Maybe you take a course on Udemy. Maybe you take my course from the Tarot Guild, for instance, Tarot by the Numbers, a life coaching course, or whatever you're passionate about. Go over to Udemy, see what's going on. Maybe you're not sure, so you can go over there and see what are the popular, tell it to tell you what's the popular courses and stuff, right? And that also fits in nice with when I cut the deck. The heart of the matter is the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands has that cat down there. It's a symbol of independence. It's about staying independent. It's got the sunflowers, so that's really cheery and positive. And it's a wands card. You see her wand, which is actually a staff, and it has growth on it there, showing growth, right? And as a symbol of growth. And wands are fire. And so that's following your passion. So that fits perfectly with that. And then the two energy relationships, it could be relationships with family and friends. It could be your kids, your parents. It could be relationships with your coworkers or um, your boss or something like that. How are you communicating? And are you using your communication? Which, by the way, the entire date reduces to 3, which is the number of creativity and communication. So, are you being creative in your communication with other people? Yeah, you can get really smart. Like, for instance, one thing you could do is keep your mouth shut and listen. Yes, listen. People love it when you listen. Also, people love their own name. So when you're communicating with people, don't do it too much where it's obvious, but slip their name in wherever possible. That grabs their attention. Exactly. Exactly. So creativity and communication. And I'm getting for the card of the day, I'm getting, I love this. We're getting the 7 of Cups. That's right. 7 of Cups. So let's take a look at that card. Wow, there's a lot going on here. So there's this figure kind of in the shadows and almost a startled look because the way his hand is or her hand is. And there's all of these cups in the clouds, and each one has something in the cup, like the laurel leaf, which is success, and the dragon, that might be power. And look at all the jewels and everything. That might be wealth. Okay. And then there's a castle that might be security, which could also be financial security. And the snake is wisdom. I mean, there's all these different uh opportunities or choices, maybe it is. So when this comes up, sometimes it can be literally, like get your head out of the clouds. That's the first thing I think of, that and too many choices. So that's another one, too many choices in front of you when this card comes up. And when you have that, you may want to be really careful, don't jump into anything and, make an informed decision. So investigate each possibility, each um possible choice, weigh all the options and make an informed decision, you in contemporary terms, because we're all on our phones and all the other distractions and apps and everything, do you have a short attention span? So when this card shows up, it could be indicating, hey, get rid of those distractions, so you can stay on task, as it were, right? It could also talk about the opposite of too many choices. It might be saying, hey, like use your imagination, dream up a bunch of possibilities so you have choices. Yep. And then if those of you out there that are like kind of focused on their love life right now and romance, and they're wondering about things like that, this card could be indicating, hey, you don't have to settle. There's a lot of choices out there. There's a lot of fish in the sea, so to speak, right? Okay. So there you go. Card of the day, heart of the matter card, and the numerology of the day. That's what's going on. So I'm going to do some shuffling here and then we go to the phone lines. Has anybody else come into the chat? Oh, Michelle's in there. Hello, everybody. Hey, Michelle, let us know how are you doing? How are you recovering? I got something like a piece of dead skin or something, and it's in my field of view. It's driving me insane. You ever get that? Something on your cheek or something, and you're like, what the hell is that? You can't get rid of it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So we'll be getting Deviani, or Deviani. I like saying Deviani. I hope I'm not butchering it too much. And then Dan has a question too. Howdy, Kay. Oh, Kay's back. Hi, Kay. And Kay is here to learn today. Hey, well, this is the place. Not only do we hang out and just, hang out and pull cards and chit chat and stuff like that, you can ask questions while you're here. Not to be confused with getting a mini reading or a general message or something like that. When I'm talking about questions, I'm talking about you've always wanted to know something about some aspect of tarot, for instance, or numerology, or the power of the mind, hypnosis, neuro linguistic programming, NLP, emotional freedom technique, EFT, and other energy healing, Reiki, even, maybe you're interested in becoming a psychic advisor or a tarot reader or an astrologer or something like that. And you have questions about that, or starting your business, or if you've been doing it for a while, growing your business. That's what we're here for, because we are the official broadcast of the Tarot Guild, now in our 20th year. And so we're the place for that. And I highly recommend you join the guild. Right now, you can join for life. And it's one payment of $78. That's 75% off the normal cost, or two payments of $39. I made it real easy just a few days ago. I put up a link for that too. And you'll find it on our Psychic Cafe site. If you go to psychic.cafe, www.psychic.cafe, let me see if I can find the URL. There it is. Psychic.cafe. You can join our community there for the Tarot Guild and Psychic Talk, and it's free to join. And right there on the community page, pinned to the top, I think it's the first post pinned to the top, you'll see the green for March. I put the shamrocks and made a new banner, and you'll see the sale. It's actually don't know. I think I actually do have that available up here too. There it is. Psychic.cafe/sale. And you'll see the button to sign up for the $78, where it's 75% off discount. But right below that, there's a link, and it says, two payments of 39. So you'd pay 39 now and then 39 next month. So that's available on the sale page, psychic.cafe/sale. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that my readings are on sale for half off. So normally $99.99, you get $50 off. It's $49.99 right now. It's a steal. So that's on that sale page as well, psychic.cafe/sale. Okay, doing some shuffling. Sore but better. Let's see. I'm trying to see what Michelle is saying, and this thing is making it hard. I miss talking. I bet you do, because you're a big talker. And hey, that's a prerequisite of being a talk show host. Look at me. I'm doing the shows by myself. Don't have any co-hosts this week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, I've been doing the show and having to talk for 2 hours. It's not easy. But hopefully you'll be able to talk soon. Um, and what's really cool also about joining our website is you get your own profile. And if you become a lifetime member, you'll get a custom URL. So Psychic Cafe/your name. So if you're just starting out as a psychic advisor of any type, tarot reader, psychic medium, psychic clairvoyant, astrologer, even numerologist, doesn't matter. And you're not ready to build your own website, or you can't afford it right now, or you just don't have the time, or you don't really know how to do it, and you don't want to go through the learning curve and everything like that. We can build custom pages for you. You get that custom URL to your profile. You get your own blog on the site. You can create your own group. You can post your events, promote your business, promote yourself, and anything else, services, products, books, decks, maybe you've created a book or written a book or created a deck, something like that, that you want to promote as well. And we'll bring you on these shows and we'll do interviews with you and you could promote you and your services. And, it all kind of synergistically kind of like all works together. The radio network, Psychic Talk, which is the Tarot Guild's network, the Tarot Guild, and now our new community site, which is Psychic Cafe. So, come join us on the cafe. More and more people are joining all the time. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Okay, so on the phone lines, it looks like area code 805 has been waiting the longest. Caller 805, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Michelle, and I'm calling from Florida.
Hi, Michelle from Florida. How's it going?
Oh, just I'm kind of stressed out.
Oh, okay. What's happening? How can we help?
Well, my boyfriend just out of the blue. Normally, he wants me to go everywhere with him, and then just out of the blue, he was kind of hateful about it and said that he was going to a birthday party with his guy friends and next week. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, so I'm not invited, and then he got really hateful about it, and said something about, well, I'm not going to be pussy whooped or something like that. And I was like, wow. When we first got
Wow.
together, he wanted me to go. He wanted me to go everywhere with him, and I was like, okay, well, so what is the real deal? What is it he's hiding that he doesn't want me to know, and he doesn't want me to go there?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it could be that, or it could be, that he's not necessarily hiding anything. It could just be, you know, just like sometimes you want to have girls' night out. Sometimes guys want to have guys' night out. It could be that, or it could be something else. Yes. So let's pull some cards and take a look, Michelle.
Yeah, because normally he wants me to go everywhere with him.
Yeah, and I've been in that situation and it has bothered me before, and there's been times when there was something going on, and there's been other times when they just honestly needed a short break and wanted to go out with their friends that aren't my friends. We have my friends, we have their friends, and we have our friends, and
Well,
sometimes
that
that,
makes me feel really excluded.
yeah, I mean, I felt excluded as
And
well, but I had to be rational about it and I had to think, okay, just because we're together doesn't mean that I have to, you know, go everywhere they go. And I have to, I mean, regardless of your feelings, you have to kind of sometimes step out of
well,
that and
normally I don't. And normally I
look at the
don't.
whole thing.
He's always the one wanting me to go
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah. And he
But
was,
I'm actually an old truck driver, so I'm used to being alone.
yeah, yeah. So let's take a look. So before I pulled any cards, I was cutting the deck here and I got the heart of the matter card is judgment. And this is the cosmic wake up call and it's a major arcana card, so it's really important. So the overarching thing is this cosmic wake up. Okay, so this might be a big wake up call for you that maybe you need a more in-depth discussion about this and just be honest. It's like my feelings were hurt. What's going on? I want to find out, is this really you just wanted to spend some time with your friends or is there something going on? And uh, I I love how how we are as people, as humans. We react to things. We don't, you know, think about them and we don't go to the horse's mouth and get the information. Instead we go to tarot readers. What's going on? It's like, well, half the time when somebody brings me this kind of question, I'm like, well, did you talk to them? Did you pull them aside and say, hey, look,
I did.
we need to take 15 minutes, and we need to sit down and talk about this, and I'm talking about more after the fact, after it happens and the dust settles, you give it a few days, give it a week. And then you sit down, and you have this conversation. Now, maybe he's just being juvenile. And in fact, the first card I pull is the Page of Cups, and cups are emotions. And, maybe he's just being juvenile about things. I don't know. That's what's coming up. Six of Cups, the nostalgia card. So another cups card, more emotions going on here. Now this is the nostalgia card, which in this situation sometimes comes up when, like, I don't know if these people that he went to hang out with are like long, lifelong kind of friends, and
They
sometimes
are. They're
that
lifelong friends.
that's what the Six of Cups is indicating, is that he's got, there's your relationship, and then these are people he's had for life. And then the very next card, I
That
love
he
this.
has. He's had them for life, but he always had me go with him before,
Right. Well, maybe he's feeling that he needs a little space. I mean, I really, my gut instinct is you're overreacting. Okay. But I don't want to say nothing's going on. There might be. That's why we got this cosmic wake up call, the judgment card showing up as the overarching theme. You got to get to the bottom of it for sure. But listen to this. I love this, Michelle. My next card is the Three of Cups, which is literally the going out with the girlfriends, ladies' night out, having a good time, and you're leaving your spouses at home. It's and I just talked about that, did I not? And then it comes up in the cards to reaffirm that very well could be what's going on. And it's interesting too, because today's date is the 3 energy, creativity and communication. And what did it, by the way, everybody, what did I say at the beginning of the show? Get creative and careful with your communication, especially because the day, the 29th, reduces to 2, which is relationships. So it's no accident, Michelle, that you found this show and called in today. I mean, it's just so obvious to me. I got actually 2 3 cards, because the next card is the 3 of Pentacles. It's a group of people working on a project of some sort. And then the Queen of Cups is the last card. That's you. And it's saying, hey, listen to your gut instincts on things. Is there really something going on? Or are you just emotional and, feeling like, oh, I was excluded, I was left out, which is a emotion reaction, not a gut instinct. There's a big difference. So you have to take time, take 5 minutes, sit down, close your eyes, take a deep breath, put your hand on your solar plexus on the belly, and start breathing. And you want to do belly breathing, so your belly should be moving out, not your chest going up. Take those nice diaphragm breaths, right? And then you have your hand on your solar plexus on your, and you're going to get your solar plexus, your belly, your gut instinct on this, and say, is there really something going on? And then listen to your gut instinct. That's what the Queen of Cups is saying. So what you need to do is do that little exercise, and then have a conversation and find out, if something's going on. Now, all of that said, there still could be something going on, because the Judgment card, the cosmic wake up card, was the first thing, literally the overarching thing that we got. So there probably is something to find out. However, in all the cards I got, I didn't get anything that would indicate something sneaky is going on. So I would get like the 7 of Swords, or if there was like a romantic thing going, like a love triangle thing going on, I would have got the 3 of Swords. I didn't get any of that in these cards. So that is indicating to me that it's probably none of your like worst fears kind of thing. And especially because I got, the Page of Cups being him, the Six of Cups, that nostalgia thing, lifelong friends, and then the Three of Cups, ladies' night out, or in this case, guys' night out. I really think it's not, what you think, and it's nothing negative, but you should have the conversation, if you're feeling that way. Express yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about today. Two relationships from the day, and the whole date energy is creativity and communication. Get creative. Also, remember what I said when I was talking about that, when I was talking about the numerology of the day and the cards of the day. I said, listen, don't wait just for them to stop talking so you can talk. Really listen to what they're saying, and try to get honest information then. So I hope that helped you out, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too. I don't
Yep.
have a good gut feeling.
Okay.
I don't think it's
Well,
another woman. I don't think it's another woman.
yeah.
But it's something else. It's something else that I think it
Yeah.
is. But
Well, go
yeah.
find out and call us back so we know, because we're dying to know. Thanks, Michelle.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye
Yes.
bye.
Enjoy the rest of your week and the upcoming weekend. Woohoo. That was a great first call. And hey, it's probably not another woman. I didn't get the love triangle card. I didn't get any of these things. I didn't get any relationship cards where it would have to do with their relationship. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. The one card I did get was that Three of Pentacles. That's the one card out of all the cards I got that doesn't seem to fit. Did you notice that? So I got all these other cards. I got 2 3 cards. So, obviously blatantly indicating the three energy we were talking about earlier. And also, creativity and communication. And, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Cups, listen to your gut instincts. The Page of Cups, maybe this is just an adolescent moment for him. I don't know. But the thing that stands out is that Three of Pentacles. What project could they be working on? Maybe there's something he's doing on the side that is not like another woman on the side, but it's a something he's focused on. The only way to find out is to ask the horse himself. Get it from the horse's mouth. You know, uh, we're not going to get that kind of thing as a tarot reader. I mean, we could, if I had more time, if I was doing an actual full reading, like the ones I said, go to my sale page, psychic.cafe/sale. They're half off, $49.99. We spend 20, 30, 40 minutes. I don't put a time limit on mine. Like a lot of advisors, they charge, so much for 20, so much for 30 minutes, so much for 40 minutes, so much for an hour. I don't do that. I have found over the years of, doing this a long, long time, that most people's questions are answered in less than 20 minutes. So, even if more questions come up, it might go a half hour or 40 minutes. Now, some of my readings have gone a lot longer than that, but that's only because I like to talk. Like Michelle was saying in the chat, I wish I could talk. She had oral surgery. Anyway, but usually, so I just don't put a time limit on it, because like it'll take as long as it takes, and I do your numerology and everything. And when you have more time to spend, then you can explore these things. Is there something going on with another person? And then you pull cards on that. And then when you get a card like the Three of Pentacles, it doesn't fit, what's this project? Then you could pull more cards on that. Now you're, regardless of what you do, you're going to get combinations of cards. You're going to be able to figure some things out. Sure. And that coupled with the reader's intuition, the client's intuition, you might be able to get to the bottom of things. But none of these cards are going to say on them exactly what's going on, down to a T. You could do some yes, nos. Most of it is going to be intuition coupled with what the cards are saying, right? So, just pointing that out. Now, you could go to a psychic clairvoyant or something like that, and maybe if they're, if you get a really good one that can literally see what's going on, um, I'm a little skeptical about that kind of stuff myself. You think somebody that runs a psychic cafe. No, I'm the biggest skeptic on the planet. The only reason I do the stuff that I do with tarot and numerology is because I've been doing it for decades and decades and decades, and I know it works. It's like 99% of the time, 99% of the time, we're getting answers and things that help people, and we help people along, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not so much a psychic where I'm, know every detail of your life kind of thing. More, I'm a life coach, and how can I help you move forward with whatever it is, you know. So let's see. Gonna check. Got another caller. We're gonna take in a minute here, but I need to check the chat. Once again, 714-816-4628. This is a great time to call in. And by the way, it's on the scroll here for those of you watching the video stream. If you forget the number or you forget the link to send me a cup of coffee or the sale link, it's all here in the scroll at the bottom. Yep. So 714-816-4628. This is a great time to call in. Press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through, because if you call in right now or you're already called in, I'm going to get to your call. Yay. And that doesn't always happen. All righty. But I do want to put it out there. If you don't want to wait on the phone line, I'm going to say this again. If you don't want to wait on the phone lines, like, we only just started this at the beginning of this year, and we got to ram it home. And I sometimes I forget to even bring it up, but on some of the shows in the past, but now I'm doing it all show long. I'm bringing this up because I want to get people in the habit of, hey, you know, don't sit there yelling at the phone waiting for us to pick up. Same thing in the chat. If your question is like way down, don't keep spamming the chat, putting your question in, expecting us to take your question right away. If your question is 10 down or 5 down or 8 down or 20 down in the chat, we take them in the order that they are in the chat. Okay. And then same thing with the phone lines. We take them in the order that you call in, and we go back to chat, and we come back to the callers, go back to chat. So there's waiting involved. But you don't have to. You can go over to psychic.cafe/coffee, buy me a cup of coffee. And guess what? I'm bringing your call on right now. No waiting. And I'm going to spend double the time that I normally spend with a caller. Same thing with questions in chat. I'll take your question, even if it's 15 deep in the chat. We take your question next because you sent us a donation. We're going to take your question and we're going to spend more time with you and spend more time on your question. Psychic.cafe/coffee is how you do that. So go ahead. And I'm going to go back through the chat here and see what's going on. Did Charlotte make it in? Hi, Charlotte. There she is. Hey, you missed it earlier, Charlotte. I showed my Star Wars shirt for the day. Darth Vader. I knew you'd get a kick out of that. Got a question from Nancy. I know Dan had a question earlier on. Well, I think Dan's is first, actually. Deviani wanted a general. So I'm going to scroll back. Okay. Howdy, Dax. Papa Dan is in the house. That's when he first got on here. He was like, he wasn't late like he was yesterday. He was here right away. Pulling cards for July 15, 2025. Okay, first of all, let me get let's see, July, and the 15th, that'd be the 6 energy, and next year is 9 energy. 22. Oh my God. Dan. Michelle, Dan. The master builder number. And then that reduces to 4, which is literally house, home, buildings, real estate, structure, foundation. I wanted to, when you put in the actual date there, July 15th, 2025, do you see a move east? Um, I just had to do the numerology on that because I had this weird gut feeling about it. And sure enough, you can't get a better number for moving house, right? The master builder number 22, the four energy. That is so cool. But we'll pull cards too. But I think it's a go. Let's see what comes up though. Let's take a look here. Okay, so the very next, the Four of Cups comes up again. Four. That is so cool. I love that. I love. Now I don't know what's going on with this energy here with the it's like, what is it that you guys are dissatisfied with? But there's another opportunity coming in over here. You guys are gonna have to tell me about this. How does uh like are you not sure about how the move is going to happen or where you're going, or do you have choices between homes and or dwellings, or apartments, whatever, townhouses, that, and you're not happy with them so far? I don't know. You guys have to let me know in chat, but this may be indicating that there's something there that you're missing it. You're missing it, and there you are searching. Yes, yes. So the central focus card is the Emperor. Again, four, structure. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now it's not going to be easy. Seven of Wands, it it may not be, super fast and easy and everything. But you have the high ground. Look at that. You have the high ground. And so I think you guys are going to ultimately be successful, but it's going to, at some point, it's going to look like, everybody's against you or something. But, you'll work through all of those problems. And then, the Hierophant card, another major arcana card. So I got yes, 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 yes. Seven of Wands was a no because that's an odd. So I got 4 out of 5 yeses. That is a very strong yes. Okay. And the Hierophant card, that could be just as simple as could you, you know because it's the status quo, the way things normally operate, rituals. It could be that, maybe the status quo is holding back your momentum. That could be a possibility. It's also higher education. It could be as simple as, getting advice. That would be more the Hermit card, but you still get, sometimes you get that with the Hierophant card, that you need to look maybe a little bit deeper into things, study things for the move. But hey, this is really good. I was a little hesitant because I think Michelle asked a similar question about the move, and I wasn't as happy with that reading, but this one came out, really, really good. Um, let's see what else. What else? And then Kay had been asked. Kay had said, "Here to learn." I hope you're learning things, Kay. And a lot of people come and they just watch myself, and if I have co-hosts, me and my co-host pulling cards for people, and seeing information that we get, and seeing how we're extrapolating the information from the question and the cards, and they learn that way. That's a great way to learn, is just, it's like peeking over somebody's shoulder while they work on something and you learn how to do something. So yeah, but if you have a specific question about tarot or numerology or anything else, Kay, just pop it in. Heidi Ho neighbor, Charlotte said, and Dan and everybody saying back and forth hello. Chele came in. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. It's like Chele. And the first thing that rolled off my lips was Chile, but like chili. But uh it could be Chile because, well, in English anyway, the first vowel would be long. It's hard. I should put up a rule that When people come in here, if you have a hard name, you need to phonetically spell it out every time. I'm just kidding. Anyway, do you see me having to go to court next month to file a white warrant on my son, which I have no idea what that is, but we'll pull cards on that. Um, I missed something. Oh, Devani's. I'm sorry, Devani. I missed your general reading. I knew there was one I missed. Okay, but I'm gonna pull cards on Chile real quick here. Um, it hmm, it looks like you will. I mean, so the very first card was the Six of Wands, which is the success card. Okay, but it's also a yes. I'm just getting yes, but then I get the Three of Swords. I mean, I don't think you're going to be happy about this. Definitely not going to be a happy situation here. Um, but you need to be the mother, the Empress card. Okay, so something general for Deviani. And by the way, while you're listening to me do these readings real quick, kind of doing a lightning round here in the chat. Call in, folks. This is the time to call in and get into the queue because I'm going to be taking calls in just a sec here. 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That puts you up in the caller queue. Lets me know you want to be live on air with me. Um, okay, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but the message coming through Viviani, I got that Six of Cups again that I just got earlier. The nostalgia card. Again, six, like the card I got for Dan, or not for Dan, I'm sorry, for Shelley, where it's a success number. So, and then there's this Ace of Wands talking about a new opportunity. So it seems like having something to do with that. But then this is the weird thing. The Queen of Swords has her back to the nostalgia card. Now she's saying, go forward because in the Waite Smith version of the deck anyway, the Queen of Swords always faces the future. Did you notice that, guys? She's beckoning. It's actually this way, beckoning to the future. And I always look for what is she facing on this side of the card? What does she have her back to? So what she has her back to is this card, the first card I got. So these are laying in front of me like this. And it's like you have your back to, or you're going against uh things from the past, the way you normally used to do things like that, and then moving towards the future. And what's on the other side of the queen is the Three of Cups. See, she's putting her hand forward to the Three of Cups. There's that three again from today. Creativity and communication. This card also came up earlier. You saw me shuffle, guys. You saw, it's amazing, but sometimes the same cards keep coming up because they're supposed to. Three energy today, creativity and communication. So the message here is that, plus, in addition to the creativity and communication, by the way, the very next card after the Three of Cups was this new opportunity coming in the near future. So, Three of Cups. What could that be? Well, earlier, I talked about girls' night out, right? Sometimes we get our best inspiration when there's something going on. And I don't know what's going on with you, Deviani, but it seems to have to do. Now the card's falling on the ground. It seems that it has to do with some new opportunity. So I'm thinking career, business, starting a business, something, a new project, something new, because it's an ace. Um, I think it's in that area, right? But whether you're looking at like a new career move or something like that, or you're looking for a relationship, you're wanting to meet the next guy and all that kind of stuff. When we stop looking and we go out and have, girls' night out or guys' night out, and let our hair down, literally in this card, and figuratively, let your hair down and just, relax, have some wine or some whatever your favorite beverage is, do some dancing, you know, and just enjoy ourselves. It comes to us. The answer we need comes to us, or the person we're supposed to meet is there, or through our friends we meet someone new, or maybe whatever this project is, some of your friends end up collaborating with you on that project, you see. Okay. So that's the message from the universe coming through for you. Um, the only thing I'm going to say is I'm not 100% sure about this Six of Wands slash Queen of Swords with her back to the Six of Wands. It could go either way. It could be saying that you need to turn your back on the social norms or the way you did things in the past, clinging on to that stuff, so you can move forward. Or it could be a warning that, don't turn your back on the past, that there's people and places and things from your past that can help you. Maybe even what you were really focused on, what made your eyes light up when you were, say, 7 years old, 8 years old, in that area, uh, typically is what the universe is saying you should be working on for this new thing. So it could be either one. You're going to have to check in with your own gut on that one, I'm going to say. Okay. And I'm going to try to get out of here early, but we still have like 9 minutes. I'm going to see what I can squeeze in here. I know Nancy had a question. She was next. So, okay, Nancy, I don't know if you're asking me or asking Charlotte, because you said, I already live in Oklahoma, but I'm wondering if purchasing a house is better than renting. I think Charlotte, aren't you thinking of moving there? Oh, I see. What you guys were writing was after Nancy did put in the first question. Here it is. This is the only bad thing about doing questions in chat, which I love the questions in chat. I also love talking to people on the phone, probably love that more, but log talk. Do you see me purchasing a home in Oklahoma this year? Okay, now I get it. Yeah, yeah. So Charlotte's already been looking into it. She can let you know about, what's best, but let me pull some cards and see what comes up on this. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm getting, Nancy, is that, let me double check here. I'm getting 2 out of 3. Sorry, 2 out of 5. Yes. So that's 3 out of 5. No, it's not, when I get 3 yeses, 3 no, it's like, it's a crapshoot. You know, I, I hate it when it's not specific, but there's usually a reason behind it. When I don't get a 4 or a 5 yes or a 4 or 5 no, I don't get a strong yes or no. That means it can go either way. It's all dependent on you, and there's something about like what you need to do. And usually that's in the cards. So let's take a look and see what's going on here. But 5 cards, I'm getting the 5 of cups, the crying over spilt milk card. You're not happy about the situation. And then the 5 of swords, again, another 5 card, the chaos number in numerology. Are you the person in the foreground? And when I get this card, you guys, all anybody that's been listening for a long time knows I say, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? But sometimes you're in the background. Are you in the background? Upset over a lost battle or something like that? Or are you in the foreground picking up the swords, which is swords are thoughts and ideas. So you're picking up the thoughts and ideas. But along comes the Knight of Swords to say, hey, get focused on one idea, one thought. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you've consciously said you want this move, but subconsciously you haven't quite made the decision. That's why you're asking, will I buy a home in Oklahoma this year? Maybe that's what it is. That you're overthinking it. You got, this is too many thoughts and ideas, right? Five swords. Maybe you need to stop overthinking it and just consciously make the decision, change the subconscious, because wherever the subconscious is indicate, or how do I put it, wherever the subconscious is pointing, that's where you're going. Okay, so you need to, whatever we're doing, we need to change the subconscious always. And how do you do that? Well, the exercise I gave like over the last couple of shows, talking about, you need to create a five sensory visualization of what you want and not be focusing on the lack and everything. All right. So that might be what's going on here. And then once you do that, eight shows up. Eight is success and prosperity. And remember, this is a world year of eight. So if you can get in alignment with that, you're going to have, and this is not just you, this is all of us, because we're under this energy. It doesn't mean you're automatically abundant and successful in all the areas of your life or anything like that. What it means is the opportunity is there. And if you get in alignment with it this year, more than you can be successful in any year, any number year, but in an eight, it's a lot easier. And you're thinking of this move this year. So get in alignment with it. And then it's also the Eight of Wands, which is literally it happening quickly. Okay. And then I get the 10 of Wands. And 10's another yes. And 10 reduces to one. It's that new beginnings, energy. And yes, it's a lot of work. This guy's a little bit overburdened, but look, he's making progress towards his goal over here, which is literally a house, which is what you're talking about, buying a house. He's making progress towards that goal. So, to me, it looks really, really good, even though it's currently leaning no. So what does that mean? Well, you need to do that little exercise I told you, and you need to get focused on what you really want. Or perhaps this is the other thing that pops in my head, because of the later conversation you were having with Charlotte about wondering if purchasing is better than renting. Maybe you need to rent first, and that could be what it's indicating. So I hope that helped you out there, Nancy, in chat. That's how you ask in chat, folks. Yep. You don't, no waiting. You don't have to get on a list. You don't have to ask to be able to get a mini reading. All you got to do is just type in your question. Or if you want something general, like Deviani did, which got a lot of stuff from just a general reading, right? Just type in, hey, Dax, please pull a card for me, or please do a general for me, something like that. Trying to see if anything else. Thank you. I'm a new subscriber. Oh, thanks for mentioning that. Because I guess Dan's telling everybody to subscribe. Oops, wrong button here. There we go. Subscribe to the channel. Remember to like our videos. And we have a whole library, almost 600 videos. So, we have these playlists. Go to the free workshops playlist, find something you're interested in, and watch it. And that's going to help our watch time. Subscribe. That's going to help. We need to get to 500 subscribers to get monetized. And we're getting close. We're in almost, spitting distance of 500. And hit like. That helps us too. But especially watching all the way through videos, because the algorithm looks for that. And then the watch time is really going to, because we're way behind on the watch time to catch up. So Yes, please subscribe to the channel. Oh, you guys are probably wondering what was those other things popping up on my screen. Well, I was promoting this show over in Pam Richards' group, which is phenomenal. I mean, we have a group for the guild. You can look for it, the Tarot Guild on Facebook. In fact, I think if you go to psychic.cafe/Facebook, it'll take you right to the Tarot Guild group and you can join the group. But there's this group Pam Richards put together called Understanding Tarot. It's really great. And it's for her book, Understanding Tarot. She actually has, literally wrote the book. And it's got like 55,000 followers, more than any other tarot group out there. Really, there is another tarot group on Facebook that has 100,000 something, ridiculous, maybe 200,000, but it doesn't look like anybody's actually running that group. And there's all kinds of weird spam stuff on. I still promote on it because there's 200,000 people on it, or 150, or I can't remember the number now. But yeah, so she wrote the book Understanding Tarot. Here's the book cover by Pam Richards. And I got a link for you too. I put this on today to let you guys know. If you want to, if you're a beginner, you want a really good book, especially on the Waite Smith deck. Okay. Psychic.cafe/understanding tarot. So open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/understanding tarot. And the understanding tarot, no dashes or spaces or anything. It's one word. So psychic.cafe/understanding tarot all together. That'll take you right over to where you can get the book. Yeah. And her group too. I haven't put that up here. It's psychic.cafe/group understanding. Yeah. So that URL will take you right over to her group, or you can just type in Understanding Tarot. It should pop up right away. And go over and join her group over there. I'm also going to do some promotion. I promote all the time for these shows and the Tarot Guild, but I want to do some specific ones specifically for that group because there's so many people on there. And thank all the ones that have joined the guild, and some of our lifetime members that have joined in the recent couple of months have come from this group, Understanding Tarot. So I want to do like a little impromptu video just for them and put it up on their group and thank them and ask others to join the guild and come hang out with us here on the lives, because they're all learning tarot and everything, and they can come in here and ask questions. Yeah. So yeah, I decided to pop that up and do a little selling for Pam Richards there. And by the way, Pam is a lifetime member of the Tarot Guild, by the way. And you'll see her promoting every once in a while in the Tarot Guild group. And so we, cross promote and stuff like that. Awesome sauce. Let's see. What's going on the phone lines? Okay, we got area code 212. Are you there, caller 212? What's your name? Where are you calling from? And by the way, Pam is hello. You'll see her promoting every once in a while in the Tarot Guild group. Okay, she's not hearing me on the phone line. Let me try bringing her mic or his mic live. Hello, are you there? Area code 212. See, I think they're listening on the YouTube channel and not on their phone. Are you there, 212? She's not hearing me on the phone line. Okay, I'm going to put you back on hold because, first of all, there's a lot of background noise with those sirens, but she's not, she doesn't have her phone up to her head, I don't think. Anyway, area code 212. I'm going to come back to you. So, get ready, get on your phone. Don't listen to the YouTube. Mute the YouTube channel and listen on your phone for me because there's a huge delay between the live blog talk and when it finally gets to YouTube, because it's going through Zoom and then from Zoom into the studio at YouTube and then onto the YouTube channel. There's a good 5 to 8 second delay. It's ridiculous. I'm going to go back to the chat though. And let's see. First name, last name came in. Hey, hi. When do you see groups and organizations signing up for these classes I've created? Okay, so you've created classes and they're for groups and organizations. Okay, let's take a look at that and see. And sometimes we get a good answer on this kind of thing. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes the tarot is like, So give me a second here. And that was first name, last name, one of our regular viewers on the YouTube. Interesting question too, and it's a timing question. I like timing questions. A lot of readers will not do timing at all. I like timing questions. I don't care if I'm wrong. You know what it means if I'm wrong? I gave you the timing and you didn't like it and you changed it because you made different decisions going forward. Because it's not written in stone what I'm telling you. I'm telling you where you're going to end up possibly with the trajectory that you currently have. But you can change all that. Okay, so let's see. Uh when do you see groups and organizations signing up for the classes I've created? Oh, first name, last name. Did you tell us what kind in the chat? I mean, you don't have to tell us details if you don't want to, but it'd be really cool if you what kind of classes are you doing? This is, I love that because I love teaching too. First card I got is the moon card. Not starting out good here, first name, last name. The moon card is telling me, tarot's trying to tell me that things are just not clear on that right now. Okay. But I'm going to pull more cards to see if I can get more, but they're a bit conversational. Actually, other question, do you see me making friends with this guy I met? There's a lot of push and pull energy projection right now. Okay, well, I'll be back. See, tomorrow is Friday, so Catherine's going to be on, but then I'll be back on Saturday. So you can ask that other question on Saturday. Or this is another thing, folks. Again, psychic.cafe/coffee. You buy a cup of coffee, I'll do 2 questions instead of just one, but we're limited to one unless you buy a cup of coffee. But yeah, so it's a little, cloudy with the moon card here. But then the Page of Pentacles shows up. I like this because, you know, you're focused on your goal. I think you are. Now, it also could be indicating, hey, get your head in the game, get your focus on the goal. I don't know which one it is. Like I said, my gut instinct was that you are focused on this, but maybe not totally in the right way. In other words, you're asking me what's going to happen instead of putting all your focus on it happening. It's interesting because we're doing tarot readings and hanging out here at the Psychic Cafe and everything like that, but um a lot of what we talk about is how the universe works and the law of attraction, because that's what it all comes down to. These questions that we keep getting and everything, you know, and it doesn't matter whether you're talking about, your career, a project you're doing, classes you're doing in the case of first name, last name, um, looking for trying to save a marriage, trying to, when am I going to get married? When am I going to meet that right guy? What are they going to be like? All those kind of questions. What it all comes down to is, we need to be focused on what we want and what we want to bring in. Okay. And I'm not saying, don't come here and don't ask the questions, but I like to tell people that they have the power. Let's see. Okay. So the next card is the 10 of Cups. 1 + 0 is 1. New cycle, new beginnings, new opportunity. This looks really good. So the moon card, it's not super clear right now. First name, last name, when exactly, let me scroll back to your question again. When exactly, they're going to be signing up? The Page of Pentacles, do you have focus on that? How are you getting them to sign up? And then the 10 of Cups. It will happen, but it may take a little while. And it's 1 or 10. So, I'm thinking 10 days to 1 month, you might in that time. So 10 days to 4 weeks, somewhere in there, you'll you'll start to see it snowball. You'll start to get some signups and more and more. But the reason this happens, remember, this card is after this card. The reason why it happens is because of this, because you shift your focus into, yeah, how am I getting people to sign up for these classes? Do I need to put my classes on some other platform to get attention? Do I need to do more promotion? Do I need to create videos and put them on YouTube promoting the classes and workshops and who they're for? Do I need to find groups where those people hang out? And instead of when are the groups and organizations going to sign up, let me go in the groups. I'm talking about more like Facebook groups and stuff, and start talking up my classes and workshops. Yeah. Some things along those lines. And let me try this 212. Caller, are you there? 212? Let me go in the groups, about more like Facebook groups and stuff, and start talking. They're still listening to the delay. 212. You weren't ready. You weren't ready. So I'm going to go to the next caller. 914. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Victoria from New York.
Hi, Victoria. What would you like to
Can
know?
you hear me okay?
Yeah, really great. I can hear you great. What do you want to chat about?
Good. I wanted to ask a question. I filed recently for workers' comp because I got hurt at work. Actually, it's about a year, but because there's been so much happening, I couldn't do it till now. And so I wanted to know, do you see if I will get workers' comp?
Getting the workers' comp.
Yeah.
Okay, again, I'm getting, like I did with a recent question, I'm getting another muddled answer. It's not a strong yes or no. Wait, let me check something. 2 yeses, 3 nos. Okay, so it's leaning no right now, but that doesn't
Right.
matter.
Okay.
Like I've said, like I said previously, when I don't get a strong 4 or 5 yeses, 4 or 5 nos, when I get 3 yeses or 3 nos, it's leaning that way right now, but that doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. You can change it. There's something left to do when I get that. And
Okay.
I got the Chariot card as the central focus card, and that is the victory card. So, ultimately, I think you
Right.
can do this. All right. The Queen of Cups shows up to, really you need to listen to your instincts and gut feelings about all of this. You need to reevaluate your situation. The Seven of Pentacles is saying, reevaluate all of this. Take a step back, think outside the box.
Okay.
And then the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so don't go it alone. You need to work with at least two or more other people are going to help you with this.
Yeah,
to make it
yeah,
happen.
the attorneys that actually just took the case. They just took the case right now, the attorneys.
Yes.
And they said it's going to take 2 weeks for the paperwork to file. So, and I'm wondering if workers' comp is going to say, well, this is me thinking, workers' comp is going to say, well, wait a minute, why didn't you file a workers' comp when I got hurt? Well, I went on disability, and then why didn't I file for workers' comp? So I'm assuming that's where the questions are going to be, but,
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did want to mention I got
Okay.
the tower card, and the feeling I'm getting
Okay.
from the tower card is not, the overall, like a lot of times that's very disastrous or unexpected change. I'm not
Right.
feeling that. I'm feeling more of a shift in foundations where it might not exactly come out exactly like you want it to come out, but it will be positive.
Gotcha.
It will be positive, but it might not be exactly, and this may take a long time. At least
Right,
seven.
right,
The timing
right.
card is saying at least 7 weeks at the bare minimum.
Well, it makes sense. I was actually thinking maybe it'll take like 6 months to a year because I know
Yeah.
workers' comp always has this thing. It takes forever.
Right, right. And so that seven uh could be 7 weeks to 7 months. It could be, yeah, that whole thing. It could be 7 months, maybe. Maybe it's 7 months, not 7 weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But my gut
Listen, it took
instinct
me
was
three
that
years to get
you could,
divorced.
yeah. But I got my gut instinct on it when I got the timing card, and why I went with 7 weeks versus 7 months is my gut instinct was weeks. And so at the very least, you might get some, the dawning coming up a little bit, you might get some positive information by then, and you might see that it's going in the right
Right.
direction. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for the call, Victoria.
Gotcha.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so very much. You guys.
You have a good day too. And I'm just gonna check chat real quick here. And then and remember, first name, last name. You had another question, I think. It was about being friends with a guy, and ask that one tomorrow. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, it's quarter after already. So I got to get out of here. Remember, I'm leaving early today. If I didn't get to your call today, remember you can call in on Catherine's show tomorrow. If you want to talk to me, call in on Saturday. I'll be back. By the way, Ellie's going to be my guest co-host. It looks like I finally heard from Ellie, everybody. Michelle, Dan, Charlotte. I was wondering because remember yesterday I was talking about how she started that new muggle job. Apparently it's going very well. And so she's going to join me on Saturday. Let me tell you some of the other stuff real quick. Again, the coffee page, psychic.cafe/coffee. If you enjoyed the show today, you want to send me a cup of coffee. Compassionate Light is tomorrow, and Catherine Hahn will be back. You know what? Let me check. I just set up that show, and she only just told me what it was going to be. So let me go and see if I can find that. Okay, here it is. Okay, no, that's not got the right thing on it. Oh, you know what? She might just be doing the wrap up of the February shows. Yeah, because the March is going to be mind, connecting ourselves to spirit and our world. But I think tomorrow's going to be a wrap up of the February shows because it's the last show in February, and she missed a couple of shows because of illnesses. Okay. And then after that, of course, I'm going to be back on Saturday with Ellie. And then on the 3rd, let me check something here. See, this is why you really should have everything figured out ahead of time. Oh, you know what? Oh, I gotta get a hold of Ellie. Um, we might not be able to do the show tomorrow. I'm sorry, Saturday. Yeah, Compassionate Light will be tomorrow. But the Angelic View is coming on this Sunday, the 3rd, with Maria Moss, and I'll be there on that show. But I've got a house committee meeting to go on in the morning on Saturday, so we're probably going to skip Saturday, and I'll be back on Monday. So I'll be there on the Angelic View show on Saturday, but sorry, Sunday. But this is really confusing. Sorry about that. We're trying to do a show every day, but things do come up. I had to go to an MRI once a month, the first Saturday of the month. I forgot we have the house committee meeting at the Legion, so I don't do a show. So no show. Tomorrow is Compassionate Light. No show on the 3rd. Angelic View on the 4th, and then I'll be back on the 5th. What I'll do is I'll see if Ellie can do like hold on. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing here too. Sorry, guys. I was looking at February. Here's March. Okay. So tomorrow, the first, Compassionate Light. The second is Saturday. So House committee meeting, no show. Angelic Heal on the third. And then I'll be back on the fourth. What I'll do is, let's see, Mystic Corner is the ninth. Okay. So we might not. We might not be able to have Ellie come on till the 16th. So I need to get a hold of her and see if she can do any shows during the week. If not, we'll have her on the 16th. Yeah. Sorry about that faux pas. When I was talking to Ellie today, I completely forgot because normally we do a show every day, every Saturday. But either it's Michelle's Mystic Corner or it's one of the Psychic Talk shows. So I need to check that stuff out ahead of time. Speaking of Michelle's Mystic Corner, she'll be here the second and fourth Saturdays in March, starting with the 9th. That's right. Okay. So that's everything. And Charlotte said, no wonder I was thinking about joining you on Saturday. I must have known there wasn't going to be a show. Charlotte says, I really love the longer shows. Yes. I'm still going to do long shows, but I'm trying to cut them back here and there. Like today, I've got projects to do in the afternoon. So I'm trying to end a little early. And I ended a little early yesterday. And then, some of the times I'll pop on a Monday or a Tuesday, especially because those are typically the slower days, but they get busier the longer the show goes on. So if you guys can help me out by joining me in the chat early on Monday and Tuesday, so we can have a conversation before people come in and start, getting readings and stuff. Because then it kind of snowballs, and then we get the second half of the show, the second hour, we get more callers and more questions in the chat and more people in the chat, when we do it that way. So I do like the longer shows, but logistically, it's hard doing it because I'm still building this website and I still have the psychictalk.net and the Tarot Guild website to build whole brand new websites for both of them. And I'm trying to work on this stuff, but it's hard doing that and doing these shows every day. It's hard. So thanks everybody for being here. And I will see you all on, let's see, when will I be back now? Sunday with Maria. Yeah. Can't wait, everybody. Bye, everybody, for now.